All right, everyone. What is up here today? YouTube Jigsaw0097. This is the video that's going to be about Carson Wentz because it says the Eagles are unlikely to extend him this offseason. This is not really a huge surprise, but there's a lot of Wentz bandwagons out there and other fans that kind of expected this. And so I just kind of wanted to give my opinions on this. So the Eagles have the mindset that I have, minus the fact that they got rid of Nick Foles, because I would have just went with him over Carson Wentz anyway. But if they are going to keep Carson Wentz, they have the mindset of he's got to prove it this year, guys. And I completely agree with that. I think Carson Wentz deserves no guarantees. He basically has to prove it this year. It's going to be very difficult, honestly, for him to prove it completely now without having Nick Foles as a backup, because if he doesn't work out, basically we're screwed, guys. That's the fact now. So Carson Wentz really has a lot of pressure on his shoulders, and this is what I was the most worried about. I was worried about, Foles leaving and then Carson Wentz just being the guy, and it's all on him, man. There's no more baby gloves, guys. There's no more. This is going to be either Carson Wentz performs this season, or likely he doesn't stay on the Eagles, because he's the kind of player that I think is going to be looking for a big contract. And so if he doesn't pan out, he'll probably go to another team, or the Eagles will get rid of him. I don't know what's going to happen. And this all depends on how this season goes. If he just underperforms but he's fine, then the Eagles will probably keep him. But I'm talking about if he gets injured again and just plays really horrible all season long, getting himself injured, then that's when the Eagles are probably going to, that's when he becomes RG4, basically, because that was RG3's biggest problem, is that he could just never stay on the field. And then when he did get back on the field, he would still be a bonehead and make really stupid mistakes to get injured again. So I think that's really what they're looking at. They're looking at, can Carson Wentz maintain himself for an entire season without getting injured. When Frank Reich was here, this was actually when he got hired as the Indianapolis Colts head coach. They asked him about Carson Wentz, and he basically they had a lot of meetings with Carson Wentz saying, you gotta protect yourself, you gotta clean up that. And Carson Wentz basically just said to them that this is me, this is how I play. And that right there is a very young quarterback's mindset. I'm not saying this is the Carson Wentz that we're going to get in 2019, but it's telling, guys. It's telling that he's willing to put himself his body on the line over winning, if that's how he feels. So I hope that he's grown out of that. Because I'm going to get into the positive now. I really think that Carson Wentz, having Nick Foles do what he did, I think Carson Wentz has learned a lot from this. And I do think he'll be better in 2019. I'm going to be optimistic here. I think Carson Wentz will be a better player in 2019. I still think Nick Foles leaving is going to be more dramatic and drastic than people think it is in that locker room. Because another thing about Nick Foles is the team just respected him a lot, whereas I don't think Carson Wentz has earned that respect quite yet. And this is really the season where he can earn it. So, yeah, it's a crazy time in the Philadelphia Eagles right now for the fans and everyone, because there's a lot of unknowns again. We don't really know what this team is going to be. I feel like the Super Bowl team is long behind us. I think that we really have to just focus on winning the division again, because the NFC East is just wide open. I am really glad that Nick Foles is not going to the Giants, though. Thank goodness. That rumor started floating around, and I was getting a little nervous because I was like, yeah, why not? Why wouldn't he go there? So I'm glad that it's confirmed pretty much that the Jaguars are going to grab him. So Nick Foles is going to be out of conference, guys. That'll be nice. We can kind of just watch him from afar, and we can, focus on Carson Wentz becoming a better player. So anyway, that's really all I have to say. I hope Carson Wentz proves me wrong. I'm a doubter right now, but I hope he proves me wrong. I will be the first to admit it on here that I am dead wrong. Because, at the end of the day, I just want to win. I just want the Eagles to win games. That's the most important thing. So if that happens, I'm a happy person. So anyway, guys, let me know what you think in the comments down below. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. To all my returning viewers, thank you so much for watching. But this has been Jigsaw0097. I will talk to you all later.